clothing. And before I ask my question, I would like to just say, as the mother of a young naval officer who did 4 6-month deployments in the Persian Gulf between 2003 and 2005, I do appreciate your respect for the job that those young men and women have done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I do respect the
My question to you is, you have made some statements about not being a nice guy and being anti-establishment and some things like that. To that end, if you do enter the political arena, the art of compromise is something that is kind of important. Is that something that you, a skill that you will develop, or something that you will kind of tap into your inner nice guy at some point, just to get the job done?
Okay, it's a very fair question. And she's a comedian. First of all, I hope I am a nice guy. And I say that, but I hope I am a nice guy. And I have a lot of great friends.
Can I just say one other thing?
Yes, go ahead.
I hope the two Johns go head to head in the final of the
Oh, okay. I thought she was talking about candidates. I'm trying to figure out which ones. Oh, that's right, the Celebrity Apprentice. That's right. Thank you. Do we have two of them named John? Okay, number one, I hope I am a nice guy. But when I say nice, we don't have much room for big negotiation. We've given that up over the last 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. We have to do it right. And the problem that we do have is there has been so much compromise. Let's compromise, let's do this, let's do that. And in the end, we have so much debt. We have more debt than ever. You add it all up in the history of the country. We have more now than all of it added up together. So we need not compromise. We need smart people. And we need good people. And maybe we need lame duck people. Maybe people are going to say, you know what, we have to do the right thing for this country, and we have to do it, and if it's popular, if it's not popular, whatever it may be that it is to get this whole thing in order. Because if we don't get it in order, this country's going over a cliff. And, you know, they were comparing it to Greece, and they were comparing us to lots of other countries that you've been reading about. And I was watching on one of the shows the other day, and they were saying, actually, we're in worse shape proportionately than some of these countries that we're reading about all the time. And it's true. 40 cents out of every dollar goes to pay interest to China and to other places that are making a fortune on us. So we really, I think compromise is a great thing, and I've made plenty of compromises over my life, but I think we're beyond compromise. We have to do what's right for the country. And if we don't do it, we're not going to have much of a country left. Okay? Thank you. It's a great question. Thank you.
Mr. Trump, I'm over in the corner to your right shoulder, and we'll take the third and final question this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Trump.
Hi.
My name is Mike Franker. I work for BAE Systems as an engineering talent. My question is, you've spoken a lot about getting respect back for our country abroad, but more importantly here in our community, what are we going to do for new jobs? Do you have any novel strategies to develop new jobs or to grow the economy?
Well, I do actually. I do have a lot of strategies for new jobs. We have to take our manufacturing back from China and many other places that are going on. Really? You know, I toured 2 weeks ago. I toured New Hampshire, and we had a great time. And I have never seen. We had some companies that I looked at that were absolutely unbelievable. The level of detail, the technology, the whole thing. These are great manufacturing companies. I was so proud. I almost didn't think we had this anymore in this country. We have some great, great people in this country. But when China manipulates their currency, so they take jobs out of New Hampshire and New England, and you look at what's happened in New England generally, where NAFTA, with everyone going down to Mexico. I mean, I see plants that are empty and they're thriving over in Mexico. Do you think these people want to be in Mexico? The fact is, we have to manufacture our own product. We have to. We have to start manufacturing again. We have to, by the way, get rid of Obamacare. It's a disaster. If we don't get rid of Obamacare, I have 6 friends who are in business, modest-sized businesses, good businesses. Of the 6, 2 are going to close their business. Another 2 are thinking about it because they're saying, we can't afford Obamacare. We can't afford the health care. We can't do it. And these are good guys. These are guys that employ a lot of people. They have really good companies, mid-sized companies. They're fantastic people. And they're thinking about closing. I never heard them even mention that word. And I've known them for, 2 of them went to Wharton. A couple of them went to Wharton with me, the Wharton School of Finance. I never even heard this. We have to get rid of Obamacare. And one other thing. I really think the president is doing this country a tremendous disservice. Just like he should have given his birth certificate 3 years ago instead of making everyone wait. And believe it or not, I'm very proud of what I did, getting him to finally produce it. Believe me. But it's sort of the same thing. We're going through all these court systems. You're reading about it today. They're in Virginia. They're all over the place. Why doesn't he allow it just to go to the Supreme Court? You'll save a year and maybe more than a year. And I know people that are going absolutely crazy with their business because they're doing this very, very, very complicated restructuring on the assumption that Obamacare happens. And if it doesn't happen, they've got to go all the way back. And this is thousands and millions of businesses in this country. Why don't the various legal entities involved, headed by the president, in all fairness, why doesn't he let his people go directly to the Supreme Court? Win or lose, but at least there'll be certainty. You know, business, when I talk about business, there's a word that's very important. It's called certainty. Certainty. You need certainty. And at least this way, we'll get a faster decision because ultimately, those people on the Supreme Court are going to be ruling on Obamacare. And they may approve it and they may not. But wouldn't it be good if we knew what was going to happen instead of waiting a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and nobody knows what's going to happen? Certainty. It's been an honor to be with you. This has been a lot of fun, and thank you all very much. Thank you.